What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody. I'm Dr. Seth, clinical psychologist, Dr. Seth Meyers. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about some techniques that you can use when you feel overwhelmed with negative emotions. There are a lot of different types of therapies, and in each of those types of therapies, there are different techniques. What we as mental health professionals do is we advocate for the use of a lot of these techniques in people's daily lives because they can be remarkably helpful with dealing with some of the situations that you may have in your life. So think about frustrating situations maybe that you have at work. Think about situations that you have at home, people that you live with. I've heard that some people maybe get frustrated occasionally with some of the people that they live with. So there's that. There's also your friendship group, your whole social life. I mean, there's all kinds of situations. In addition to all of that, there's all the individual little things that a person has to go through in their daily life. Just going to the market and getting food, that can be frustrating for a number of different reasons. Waiting in line, just feeling frustrated by the price of things. Commuting to and from work, dealing with annoying drivers if you're out on the road, or waiting for trains or subways if that's how you commute. The list is endless of the things that can cause negative emotions. So in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some grounding techniques that you can do. Here's the point of grounding techniques. In these situations where we get flooded with negative emotions, negative feelings really overwhelm us and we get stuck in them. Well, where are we actually stuck in our body? If we think about a part of our body and we're stuck in our negative feelings, where are we stuck? We're stuck in our head. We're stuck in our brain. We're stuck in our minds. Grounding techniques can help rebalance one's body so that we take some of that energy that's swirling around inside the brain and we integrate that through the overall body. We reconnect between mind and body to kind of balance us out. And some of these techniques can be incredibly helpful. The grounding techniques that I'm going to talk about today are using your five senses. So picture it. Something has happened. Maybe something has upset you in your social life and it has really, really bothered you and you're stuck. You are stuck thinking about it. You can't seem to get unstuck. Try some grounding techniques where you go back to your five senses and think about the five senses, and you're going to do little techniques to feed each one of the senses. The idea is the more you attend and feed each sense, the more it will balance out your overall mind and body. It will get you out of that intensity in the mind and level it out with all of the senses through your body. So you can start with sight. To feed your sense of sight, you can go for a walk, and not just any walk. You're going for a mindful walk where you notice the colors of leaves on the trees. You look up at the sky. You ask yourself what sort of shapes the clouds in the sky approximate. At home, you can light a candle and watch the candle burn. Really look at it. Really notice. Observe that candle. Feed your sense of sight. In addition, use another sense, your sense of smell. Apply your favorite lotion or moisturizer that maybe has a nice fragrance. And when you apply that moisturizer, do it lovingly as you breathe in and out. Smell that aroma. Let that aroma relax you. Put some essential oils in a diffuser and notice the aroma just change in your space and feed that sense of smell. Also, feed your sense of touch. So maybe it's a hot shower. Really focus on feeling the water on your skin. And in fact, when the water is falling onto your skin, think, how would you describe it? What does it feel like? Does it feel like the water is waking up your skin? Really focus on feeling the water on your skin, on all the parts of your body, maybe on your face. Focus for a moment on feeling the water as it dribbles down your face. In addition, feed your sense of taste as another grounding technique. Taste. Now, perhaps it is going to a buffet and tasting, telling yourself that you're going to taste a lot of different things, giving your sense of taste your palate. That experience, that richness of experience, so that your palate isn't going to expect the same two or three flavors that you often have at most meals. No, this time as a grounding technique, you will feed your sense of taste with the whole array of flavors and wake up and feed and nourish your sense of taste. Again, this is a part of your body that you are feeding to get you out of that over focus in the brain. And finally, feeding your sense of sound. Think about feeding and nurturing your ears, giving your ears something to feed them, something to focus on. One example that I really like is to make a playlist of songs, a potpourri of sounds for your ears. And maybe they're all relaxing. One of the things you can do is really get attuned to each instrument that you hear. And you can ask yourself things like, what is that instrument? Now I notice that other instrument. I wonder what that instrument is. As you keep hearing note after note after note. Or it may be the opposite when you make a playlist. You may want to hear a lot of different types of music. Maybe you want to hear some jazz followed by a classical piece, maybe even followed by a little heavy metal. But all of these sounds are ways that you can feed your sense of sound. These are grounding techniques that can really help to get you out of this over focus in your brain and your mind and integrate all of that energy into an integrated sense of balance in the mind and body overall. So I hope this video has been helpful. I really like to review some of these techniques that you can use because, yes, talking to friends, writing in journals, those are often very helpful. But I also want to remind people that there are also body-based techniques that you can use. You need a whole menu of stuff, and this is one of the things that you can pull out of your technique toolbox from time to time. You can also check out all my other videos here on my YouTube channel, Insight with Dr. Seth, and I'm hoping that you find things that are helpful to you. Have a good day, everybody.